Hey friends, today we're playing a horror game called Anatomy. This game has been out for a while and I've heard quite a few things about it. As far as I'm aware, it's a horror game that takes the concept of a house and turns it into a body horror experience. And in the indie horror game community, it's got quite the reputation. For some reason, I just have never played it before, and I wanted to remedy that today. So of course I had to decide, did I want to play it on my own or did I want to experience it with you guys? And for me, that's a very easy question to answer. Before we get started though, I wanted to talk with you guys more about the feeling of being home. Being home is not necessarily just being at your house, if that makes sense. I think it's being around the people that make you feel safest and most loved. A few years after college, I moved out of my parents' house. I moved into a townhome about 10 minutes away, and honestly, it's a fine place. I'm still there now. But I realized about a month ago, it's never really felt like home. My dorm in college didn't feel like home. I'm in a place I call my house, but I'm not around my parents and I'm not around my brother. I never put much thought into it recently, but it just hasn't felt like home to me. And I think that's normal and that's okay. I have a very nostalgic connection to the house I grew up in, so maybe that plays a part, but I'd love to hear about your guys' experiences with a house feeling like home, your friends feeling like home, your family feeling like home. Tell me about it. I'd love to read it. And with that being said, here is the legendary horror game, Anatomy. Okay, as we get into the experience, I want to give you guys a flashing lights and epilepsy warning. I try to do that as much as possible when we are playing an applicable game. Is there a menu screen? Oh, nope. We just get started. Okay, so this is our house. And man, it is dark. Doors are locked. I can't see more than a foot in front of me. That's a cool painting. It's like two dogs barking at each other, or a dog and a cat, but it's just their skeletons. Interesting. You guys know, when I'm playing these indie horror games, I love to look at the art on the walls and stuff. I always think that's a really cool part about playing these games. And it gives houses an identity, like the paintings and artwork my grandmother has in her home. That place feels like home to me too. My brother and I were in part raised by my grandmother, and after school, before my parents got off from work, we would be there. And that artwork in her home is very special to me. What is this? I love exploring new areas. What is this? So, okay, I'm sensing a common theme with the artwork. The skeletal structure we're seeing, tendons, ligaments, body parts, if you will. The game is called Anatomy, so it is quite fitting, I guess. And here we have a tape. Let's listen.
In the psychology of the modern civilized human being, it is difficult to overstate the significance of the house. Since as early as the Neolithic era, humankind has defined itself by its buildings. Buildings for worship, buildings for socializing, buildings for protection,
That's
even
true.
buildings for the commemoration of the dead. But of all the structures that mankind has invented for itself, there is little doubt that the house is that which it relies upon most completely for its continued survival.
There's a tape in the dining room. That's a good point. We have designated buildings for everything. Oh, okay, now it's open. So, just to give you guys an idea of how I'm feeling very tense and uncomfortable here. And one of the things I'm noticing is that the artwork is both body parts and buildings, as if they're trying to connect them to each other. Are they trying to depict the home as the human body? I don't know. We're going to find out. But other than when we're playing a cassette tape, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but the game is very quiet. I feel like that's intentional.
The house is one of the key elements that separates modern humanity from its more primitive antecedents. No other creature goes to such lengths to create lasting, permanent shelter for itself.
That's true.
Or regards said shelters with such reverence and import. Why do human beings of our modern age foster this tremendous sympathy toward their homes? There are many reasons, of course, but perhaps it is due in some small part to seeing them as a reflection of ourselves.
There's a tape in the downstairs bathroom. Seeing the home as a reflection of ourselves. I mean, when you think about it, they are, like, it is, isn't it? It is a reflection of us. Often, I think the rooms in which we reside in are also a reflection of us. Like, when I'm in a dark place, when I'm stressed, my office is, you know, where I record these videos, is noticeably more disheveled.
The anatomy of the house is such that this analogy is less superficial than at first it may seem. To carry it further, if we were to dissect a house as we might a human cadaver, we would find ourselves able to isolate and describe its various appendages and their functions in a decidedly anatomical fashion. There is even a fair number of direct comparisons to be drawn between those organs of a house and those of a human body.
So, they're not being subtle about it at all. The house is a human body. What an interesting concept, and that alone is not scary, right? That alone is not disturbing. So why do I feel so uncomfortable? That's the question. I can barely see where I'm going, but I found a tape. Is this just a pretty standard garage? Yep. So far, other than the art on display, nothing too remarkable about the home we're investigating. Let's go ahead and put this tape into the machine. But everything's building, right?
For example, let us examine the living room. Often the dominant space of a house's ground level, as well as typically the center of activity in a well-populated home, the living room is very much the heart of the house. While a human heart circulates blood to oxygenate the body's extremities, the living room circulates people, activity, communication. It is the room most likely to be found beating, as active and vivacious as its name would imply. The comparison is only strengthened when we consider also that the living room is most commonly the room to contain the fireplace, making it additionally a locus of actual physical heat.
There's a tape in the living room now. All of that is true. The living room as the heart of the house. This is the dining room. Bathroom. And I think this is the living room? Yes, where the TV is. Yep, right here. Definitely an older house, we can tell by the TV. Old school CRT television. The heart of the house. I love it. So why do I feel so uncomfortable?
It is easy to think of the kitchen and dining room as the stomach or digestive system of a house, though this comparison is tenuous. By contrast, the function and analog of a bathroom should be immediately obvious. The hallways and corridors of a house are its veins, providing circulation coursing throughout its frame. A staircase bears more than a passing resemblance, both physically and symbolically, to a spine. The windows
True.
of a house house serve much the same purpose as eyes, and anyone who has ever rounded a bend or long drive and come suddenly face to face with a tall, dark manor will tell you that it is difficult to shake the impression that the house, through its lightless windows, is a creature capable of vision and intelligence.
There's a tape on the stairs. It's funny because as it's explaining these things, it's making me feel differently about my own home. We haven't gone up the steps yet. I feel like now walking around my own house, I'm gonna feel strange. What am I looking at? Bugs now? The artwork is getting creepier the more we go into the house. Why are we seeing a lot of bugs up here? Okay, well, we're definitely going to have to return to these rooms at some point, I'm sure. But for now, of course, let's listen to It's on the Tape. Maybe the bedroom they're going to talk about?
The bedroom is perhaps the room that most eludes direct comparison in this fashion. At a stretch, and allowing for a bit of poetic sympathy, it might be said that the bedroom is not unlike the human mind, or those parts of it which dictate thought and imagination. In the bedroom, dreams are dreamt, passions are ignited, epiphanies are experienced in cold sweat at early hours. In the bedroom is where people invariably spend the majority of their time, though comparatively little of it whilst conscious.
There's a tape in the bedroom. That's a good point. The bedroom is the mind. See, I wouldn't have... Would that be the first comparison I would have made? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. Nope. All the way at the end here. The bedroom is the mind. I can't see anything in here. What is this? A picture of a very ornate bed? And then we have a shelving unit and nothing else. Very simple layout. I don't know how you guys are feeling right now. I can probably guess, but I don't know for sure. I am so uncomfortable and on edge, but the game is also challenging me to think of my own home in different ways.
And yet, this analogy is an incomplete one.
Right.
Obviously, the mind is an exceedingly complex thing. If the bedroom represents the thinking, dreaming part of the brain, then it is the basement that represents those lower, unconscious parts. The basement is dark. It is buried. It is a place full of cobwebs where memories are stored.
Your subconscious?
In comparison, truly. Often the unnerving uncertainty that comes with considering the deeper aspects of the human psyche is not unlike gazing down at the swimming blackness pooled at the bottom of a basement stairwell. It is a place we spend our childhoods filling with monsters that will lay for years in patient silence. It is a place that, barring some specific errand, we seldom ever want to go.
There's a tape in the basement. This game is so poetic. Okay, now I'm actually scared. I feel like they've been building to this. Hello? Oh my god. It's so quiet. Is there a tape here? I am so nervous. Hello? I don't see a tape. There's supposed to be one here. Oh, there it is. On the wall. I am... Oh my god. I just want to go back. I don't want to be in there. It's just a basement. Like, the way it was built up, though... Oh, God. All right, I'm going to close this door.
Of course, this comparison, though appropriate, is a very heavy-handed one, and often the basement is little more than a storage space, littered with the corpses of spiders and wood lice.
Yep, that's my basement here.
Poets and psychoanalysts no doubt dread the thought of a dark basement. In truth, it is the bedroom, the waking mind, that place of dreams. It is actually the most frightening of all.
There's a tape in the master bedroom. The basement in our home is always what we imagine to be the scariest place in the house, but really it's the waking mind. The place of dreams and, by proxy, of nightmares. I love that. A very beautiful game, and I can't see anything. Red walls. Can't see anything. Is this the master bedroom? Yes. Okay. Oh. What happened? That is teeth? That's a dog's tooth. What's going on? Where's the door? Oh dear.
It is here, in the bedroom, that we are at our most vulnerable. Each night we shut our senses to the world for hours at a time, trusting in the house to keep us safe until next we wake. In this state of extreme vulnerability, we will spend something like 20% of our lives. Anything might stand beside us, watch us, keep us company until dawn, and we would never perceive it. We can only pray that the house will not let such things carry on as we sleep. In this way, during these hours, the bedroom seems less like a mind and more like a mouth. For it is here that the house is most likely to betray us. It is here that we place ourselves most at the house's mercy and spend each night hoping that it will not bite down.
And that's why... Oh. What? What? And now we're back in the game. Did the game just crash? Wait a minute, no. This is different. This door is unlocked. And I can hear something. The living room looks the same. No, this is different. The doors are unlocked. From the start this time. Okay. So the game didn't just crash. We had to replay it. Okay. Do we just start again?
In the psychology of the modern civilized human being, it is difficult to overstate the significance of the house.
It's the same tape.
Since as early as the Neolithic era, humankind has defined their bed.
It's distorted though.
Of all the structures that mankind has invented for itself, there is little doubt that the house is that which it relies upon most completely for its continued survival.
There is a tape in the dining room. Oh, man. I am just excited. I love experiences like these, and I love playing them with you guys. And seeing how you're gonna react to them. I never get tired of this. I never get tired of it. And then we find something special like this, and just... Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Why do human beings of our modern age foster this tremendous
Sympathy. There's a tape in the downstairs bathroom, and that wasn't distorted. Okay. What? Was that there before? I don't think so. Are there small things wrong with the house? My heart rate's going up. There is a tape. Doors are unlocked. I do not know where to go now. And my hairs on my arms are standing up on end. Okay, that didn't mean the front door. What is this? Oh, it's a closet. Okay. Check upstairs. I am so nervous. I have absolutely no idea what to expect. Hello? What's this? This is the actual master bedroom with the correct art in it. Is this where I want to go? Here? Gonna go ahead and say no. Walk across the walls. Some windows. And a picture of a woman. And a very creepy image of someone sleeping. Why would you have that in your bedroom? Can you imagine? That's actually terrifying. Okay. I do love the art selection in this game, though. I think it gives it a lot of personality. Well, here we go. This is new. Yeah, there is something wrong here. I'm also kind of getting Skinamarink vibes a little bit. Like the whole idea that the house itself is the horror. And what room is this? A guest room? Bunch of creepy dolls. Oh! Oh my god, my blood ran cold. What just happened? Oh, never mind. My blood just ran cold there for a second. The house is falling apart. I am so nervous right now. What is this? Oh, okay, we've been here. Oh! What is this? Wires? I kind of don't want to pick this up. The way this game sets its tone and its atmosphere is so unbelievably uncomfortable. And it is not broken up by jump scares. So that tension is constant in this experience. And it makes every little thing that happens like 20 times as scary. It's masterfully done so far. I don't hear anything. Just ambient noise. There's a tape in the living room. So Now, I'm not anti-jump scare by any means. I think jump scares can be used well. In an experience like this, though, this long-term dedication to building tension, even the tape is messing up now. I'm just absolutely in love with this experience so far.
It is easy to think of the kitchen and dining room as the stomach or digestive system of a house, though this comparison is tenuous. By contrast, the function and analog of a bathroom should be immediately obvious.
Good point.
The hallways and corridors of a house are like veins, providing circulation, coursing throughout its frame. A staircase bears more than a passing resemblance, both physically and symbolically, to a spine. The windows of a house serve much the same purpose as eyes, and anyone who has ever rounded a bend in a long
This is the backyard here?
face-to-face with a pale, dark manor will tell you that the house is a creature capable of...
Where do I go now? Oh god. The house is a creature. Capable of what? Do I have to go up the stairs? Dining room. Where do I go? Alright, let's go up the stairs. I really didn't want to, but... The basement's locked. Garage? Nah, it's probably not the garage. Plus, the garage is dark and scary. Oh dear. I don't like this. I feel like cold and jumpy. Nothing in the guest room. So what do I do? Anything in here? There are those wires again. I don't know what they do or where they go. Maybe it is the garage. Oh! What is this? The tape. Oh my god, I don't want to walk around these holes. Please don't be a loud noise.
The bedroom is perhaps the room that most eludes direct comparison in this fashion. At a stretch, and allowing for a bit of poetic sympathy, it might be said that the bedroom is not unlike the human mind, or those parts of it which dictate thought and imagination. In the bedroom,
I dream that there are teeth growing all over me, everywhere on me and in me, like cysts or bone spurs.
Keith?
They're loose, but I can't remove them because I have no hands. I look out through the bedroom window and I see a truck approaching. A young man steps out, approaches, and enters through the front door. His body is covered in swollen ticks the size of quarters.
What?
He's walking through the downstairs hallway and laughing. He begins urinating on the wall. He spits on the carpet. He's moving through the first floor, breaking and upsetting things. He goes to the basement and stands at the top of the stairs. I'm angry at him, so I slam the door and he falls down. I can feel his bones snapping. The ticks are bursting, oozing all black blood everywhere.
It's covered in ticks?
I can feel them being ground up, dissolved and torn, splitting and shredding. I leave the door closed. I close my eyes and try to sleep. The teeth continue growing on me until there's nothing left of me but teeth, and gums, and sinew.
The basement is dark.
Oh god, we gotta go to the basement. Ooh! Okay, I know we gotta reload the game again. Okay, we're back in. And I'm imagining things will be different. Yes. We're in the master bedroom. Things are very different. That painting is a lot bigger than it should be. And also, our video feed is getting more and more distorted, along with the rest of the house. These aren't wires. They're veins. I bet they're veins. So what am I looking for? Oh! Oh my god. Yeah, all the paintings are so much bigger than they should be. And I guess no one's sleeping in that bed anytime soon. So the house is becoming that analogy, that parallel. And the front door is now that really creepy painting we saw earlier. Some things haven't changed, but most of them have. Yeah, this place is completely distorted. Let's check out the kitchen. Well, I think that's pretty obvious. They still don't want us to go downstairs. Okay, here we go. I can't understand it. Okay. That didn't help. I just guessed. Can I break all these? Does that do anything? Or is it just for fun? Oh, we can run? I didn't know that. I hear something. I think I hear a heart beating. But I don't know where it's coming from. Maybe the garage? Aren't you guys as nervous as I am? Like, genuinely. I think we're grabbing the tapes in the same order we did the first time. Yeah, the recording's completely messed up. Next should be living room. Hurts. What hurts? Nope. Maybe the garage? Ah, the door is halfway in the wall, or in the floor. Okay. Maybe the bedroom? This is the master bedroom. It's not gonna be in here. It's gonna be in the normal bedroom, but not the guest bedroom. The one all the way at the end of the hall here. Should be. Yes, I was right. I still hear a heart beating. Very faintly. Or at least... Yes, here. It's in the garage. Alright, here we go. Next should be living room. Almost sounds like a police radio? At first, I thought the decision to make everything so dark, even the stuff right in front of you, I wasn't sure about that decision. But that creates such an uncomfortable moment when you listen to these disturbing things. You experience, you know, you're immersed into thinking about the house as this living being that you don't understand.
If we were to dissect the house, we would find organs and stomachs, brains and minds and eyes. Dreams and memories and a mouth that will bite down.
Oh God. It makes something as simple as walking around the house absolutely terrifying. Okay, so we are trapped in the kitchen and we have to go in the basement. Oh God, I don't want to do this at all. I really don't want to do this. Okay, we have veins down here. Or nerves. Maybe it's the nerves. Okay, nothing here. Some shelves. Oh God, I don't want to look around. Hello? I need a tape. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. I'm so nervous. I don't want to go back down. Oh my God, please. Where is the tape? Oh!
There is an important distinction that must be drawn between the words dissection and vivisection. A distinction that would appear to be lost on you. Your purpose was to listen, and yet at every turn you have pried, you have prodded, and you have interfered. Have you not been paying attention? Did it not occur to you that as an organism existing within a greater organism, your intrusion would be felt?
We're intruding.
You harassed. And now, like the wayward spider who witlessly settles upon a sweeper's tongue, you will be swallowed. Because the truth is this. When a house is both hungry...
It's growing.
Every room becomes a mouth.
Every room becomes a mouth when the house is hungry. It thinks we're intruding. An organism inside, or within, a greater organism. You never came back. Oh dear God, where are we now? At least we have TV here. Oh my God, what has the house turned into? Oh, another tape. Okay, I'm back in. And we're just... I can't move. It's like the camera dropped or something? Oh!
What happens to a house when it is left alone? When it becomes worn and aged? When its paint peels and its foundations begin to sink? When it goes for too long unlived in? What does it think of? What does it dream? How does it regard those creatures who built it? Brought it into existence only to abandon it when its usefulness no longer satisfies them. They grow lonesome. They stare for long hours into the darkness of its own empty halls and see shadows. And its heart may jump as it thinks, here's someone again, I'm not alone. And each time it is wrong, and the hurt starts over. It may haunt itself, inventing ghosts to walk its floors, making friends with its shadow puppets, laughing and whispering to itself at the end of some quiet cul-de-sac. It may grow angry. Its basement may fill with churning acid like an empty stomach, and its gorge may rise as it asks itself through clenched teeth, what did I do wrong? It may grow bitter. It may grow hungry. So hungry and so bitter that its scruples dissolve and its doors unlock themselves. While a house may hunger, it cannot starve. And so, in fever and anger and loneliness, it may simply lie in wait. Doors open. Shades drawn. Hallways empty. Hungry.
Wow. What happens when the house is abandoned? It's funny because we've talked about, like, this whole game has been about what if the house, like, imagine a home as a living organism and drawing parallels to that. And as things, grow more and more disturbing, how that changes the way you think about the house. And then this might be the end. I'm about to reload it and see. But then describing, now that we've had this idea of the house as a living thing, what happens when you move out? What happens when it's abandoned? And what I was thinking of while I was listening to that is imagining my childhood home, the house I grew up in. Empty. Gone after everyone's moved out. No pets there, no people there. Obviously, it's not alive, but what if it was? It's thinking to itself, what did I do wrong? It's fascinating, really. So I tried rerunning the game, and it just brings us back to that basement. Staring, not able to move, at a tape recorder that doesn't play anything. And then I checked the README text file that says, hey, only check this after you've played the game because there's spoilers. And that's the end. That was Anatomy. I gotta say, my expectations were fairly high going into the experience. And I'm not sure if this translated over to a viewer experience, but as someone who played the game, that is one of the most profound and best examples of games as art that we have played on the channel. Actually, this might be the single best example of games as art that we have showcased on this channel. And I am so happy I played that and avoided spoilers about this game and got to experience it with you guys. This is art. This is awesome. And I feel like it's going to have an effect on the way I move around my own house and have an effect on the way I view my own house. I think this is going to be an experience that resonates with me for a long time. And I would love to hear what you guys thought about this as well. So, this was Anatomy. I love you guys very much. Please be safe, and I will see you in the next one.